Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and good morning to our teachers, Miss Noratika, Noratika binti Roslan. Uh, Today we would like to present to you about blended learning. Before we go more further, we would like to introduce ourselves. First, my name is Muhammad Iman Hakimi bin Misdan. Next.
And I'm Muhammad Nurul.
My name is Nur Christina binti Kamal. I'm the presenter for this presentation. Okay, let me introduce what is the blended learning. Okay, next. Okay, blended learning is the more than just combining the online education and face-to-face classroom. It is a systematic process of selecting the most appropriate media for a specific learning interpreting based on the learning objective. After the COVID-19 pandemic, many institutions using this learning for the method. In Malaysia, University Terbuka Malaysia is among the universities that have long utilized that use of e-learning in blended learning as the main teaching mode. Blended learning is the formal education program in which a student learning, at least for a part, through delivery of content and instruction via digital and online media with some element of student control over time, place, parts, or pace. The concept of blended learning has been around for a long time, but its terminology was not freely used as stabilizers until about the start of 21 century. Okay, next.
Okay, I'm going to continue for the pie chart. According to the pie chart, 36% of the institution are use Chromebook for the blended learning hardware. The highest percentage come from the Windows laptops and desktops, which is 27%, while the lowest percentage is from people who are not interested to use Windows Surface book. Meanwhile, some institutions are use Android tabs and device for their learning hardware, which is only 22%. Okay, so what we can see here is a quarter part of chart is taken by Chromebooks and Windows laptops and desktops. For me, it is because they are way cheaper than the others. Also, Chromebooks and Windows device is easy to find at the tech store. The Android tabs and device also almost the same as the other two because they are very, I think they are very common to the young generation nowadays. Okay, we continue to the other graph.
I would like to explain about this bar chart. This bar chart shows us about the student demand for the use of digital learning platform and tools by gender. Among the platforms used by students are CDOS, mobile learning application, chart and blackboard, AR VR application, YouTube, and gaming website like Kahoot and Quizy. So, based on this bar chart, we found that female students have dominated the interest in learning to use CDOS more than male students. However, male students dominate to use of mobile application and gaming website platform like Kahoot and Quizzy more than the female students. In addition, the result also revealed that both gender has the same demand for digital learning for YouTube. So overall, female students has the highest vote on CDOS compared to others votes. So that's all for this bar chart. So we continue to the another chart.
From this pie chart, we can conclude that majority of teachers say blended learning can increase engagement, but the other 22% teachers says blended learning will improve the academic of the student. The number of participants who prefer blended learning teaching to classic teaching is 60% higher than students who more motivated when using blended learning, which represent around 19% of the chart. The other 11% of the chart think the interactive polls and quizzes are more useful online book, but other 6%, 6% teachers agree that lessons are delivered online in blended learning.
Okay, let me about this bar chart. This is the most common blended learning models in 2018. First, we have a station rotation. Next, we have flex. The third one is individual rotation. Continue, we have a lab rotation, flipped classroom, and richer virtual, and the last one is a la carte. Okay, let me explain about this bar chart. Based on the bar chart above, there is a declining pattern between station rotation and individual rotation, because the number of the station rotation are higher than individual rotation and a flex learning. There is also a slightly increase between individual rotation and lab rotation. It is because the number of the lab rotation is 0.3 more than the individual rotation. By the end of the graph, we can see the graph starting to fail slightly and going flatten at the end. Next, please give your recommendation, Christina.
Okay. Thank you, Ukasha, for analyze the bar chart. Okay, let me talk about the recommendation. The government can help the school by sponsoring devices such as a tablet, mini laptop to students that cannot afford it. This can help the student to achieve the standard of blended learning without worrying about the amount of students that is not open the e-learning. The school can also hire other teachers from another school to teach them taught online classes. So next, let's continue to conclusion.
Okay, I will take over conclusion for the advantage. Blended learning can give you much more knowledge aside from giving you an assignment through online classroom or Gmail. The teacher can help you during the holiday or weekend too. This can also help the students that need a revision after having a face-to-face class activities. Iman Hakimi, can you help me read the disadvantage?
Yes. For disadvantages for the hybrid learning, this hybrid learning can be a bit hard for some of the students that doesn't have a device for online learning. As a student, me myself also had a rough time when the internet connection going unstable or the devices had technical problems. Yeah. Device is the only reason blended learning can happen. Without it, students who can join the e-learning process might be left behind in terms of knowledge compared to other students. To make it easy to understand, hybrid learning without all those devices are nothing, because you can even participate in the e-learning process. That's all for my disadvantages.
This is our reference group to complete this slide. We also make a pie chart and a bar chart from this reference. Lastly, if you want to read the full article, you can click the link below. We want to say thank you for listening our presentation and goodbye. Okay, tu kan.